big day's come, your first flight. So, you've got your plane, you've got your radio, all ready to go. Before we fly, there's a couple of things we've got to consider. So, the first is the weather. So today, as you can see, it's a beautiful clear day, a little bit gusty as we're getting high up, but that's not going to worry us. We also got to think about where we're going to fly. So, I'm going to take us down to the local oval. We're going to take off from there and then pop the plane out over the nature reserve. That's going to give us a nice safe area to fly in. If something bad happens, all it's going to do is hit a tree. No worries at all. So, I'm going to pack the car up and we'll head down to the field. For takeoff, we're just going to check the control surfaces. So I've got on my right stick, elevator, good, ailerons, good, and the rudder, left, right, good. Alright, so we're happy with the control surfaces, we're now ready for takeoff. Alright, so now that we've checked all the control surfaces, we're going to pick the plane up, give it full power, and just climb out nicely. Off she goes. Alrighty, so we're off to a good start. It's a little bit gusty up there, so we're just going to be a little bit cognizant of the wind. But we're going to fly out over there, over the hill, and we're going to do some manoeuvres. So, keeping the power on, we're going to climb up nice and high, being careful not to exceed 120 metres, that's the legal limit. And we're nice and level. Alright, let's have a look around. Alright. Okay, so we're about over our training area, that's good. It is gusty up there, isn't it? So you'll notice with my fingers I'm using a lot of aileron control to actually keep this aircraft stable. I'm going to make a nice gentle right turn, 30-degree bank, a little bit of rudder to help her around, but mostly just using the elevator to keep the nose up. So now we're coming back towards ourselves. Look at that. A little gusty, but we're pretty nice. Alright, making sure not to leave the training area. Nice left turn. So you would have seen me use my right stick to make that left-hand turn. And level out. Again, using elevator to control our flight. So despite the gusts, it's actually not causing us any real problems. A little bit dodgy on the video. Alright. Nice little right turn. Very gentle flying today, this is fantastic. So this is a good demonstration of your first flight. A nice gentle takeoff, being careful to keep the wings level as we go up. Plenty of power to keep the aircraft sailing gently into the air. And now that we're up at a safe altitude, below the legal limit, we can safely cruise around. Now I've got this FPV camera on there, so I'm seeing this as we fly, which is not good for beginners, but it's great for the more experienced who are looking for a more authentic flying experience. You can have a look out there over the wing. It's quite a view, isn't it? There we go, now we can see the nose. Alright, so careful with this hill, I'm going to put a little bit of power on, we're just going to climb up a tad higher. So watching carefully how I control the ailerons and the elevators to keep the nose level and keep the turn gentle, and occasionally touching the rudder if it needs help coming around. Otherwise, a beautiful flight. There we go, wind's a bit challenging, pushing my wings around just a tad. That's okay, I'm using the ailerons, rather. I'm using the ailerons to keep us nice and on track. There's the oval down there. We've got some kids down there playing soccer. That's why I chose to come out here over the training area to make my manoeuvres, because I'm a little bit uncomfortable being around them. Anyway, it's probably about time to come home. This is just a short introductory video. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the power off a little bit, and I'm going to start to reduce our altitude. Now, because despite the gusts, it is actually relatively calm down where I am, so I'm not going to bother making an into the wind approach. That's the usual way to do it, is you'd want to land into the wind. I'm just going to come down nice and gently. Now we're coming down pretty quick at the moment, but that's okay. I'm just going to glide the aircraft in, and we're going to come in for a nice gentle landing on the oval, just in front of us. Look at us coming in, you can see our shadow down there, that's going to make it really easy to come down gently. There we go, so I don't have to walk so far. Look at that, perfect little landing. Everything's intact, happy days. Right, there's a good introductory to your first flight.